Alright, this is my third video of me doing this. I was blabbering in those two videos, so I'm gonna make this one quick. This is the difference between real copper wire and that fake shit that you see. The cheap shit. Real and cheap, right? And 35 bucks bought me 10 feet of this real stuff. 10 feet. Now, $25 can buy me, I don't know how many feet, 30, 20 feet, a whole wiring kit full of this sound cue cheap shit. Now, obviously, from looking at it, you can see the difference. The one on the left is very straight, coarse. The one on the right is it looks flimsy. I don't even have to touch it yet. Look at that. You see how that just bent? Look at this. This is hardcore. Look at that. Now, let me close them both together. It's hard to do this with one hand. I apologize. But you can definitely see what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, that's just by looks, right? And there's nothing wrong with this fake stuff. But until I got an amp that was 4,000 watt amp, a Hyphonics amp, my wire kept burning up on me. So I kept putting a different wire, another wire in. Not a different wire, but another wire. Until it kept burning up. And I'm like, okay, I need to get a new fucking wire for this. This amp keeps burning up my wires. 4,000 watt amp burning up my wires. And I need a more legit wire. So the looks of it, this is how it looks. The weight, this wire is significantly heavier than the cheap shit. It's a lot heavier. You can definitely feel it, and it's hard for me to say that, and for you to see it, but it's something you gotta feel. This wire is a lot heavier, and this stuff is like, it feels like there's, after seeing this wire and how strong it is, I can't even bend it, right? And this wire to my right, it just seems like there's a bunch of fluff in here. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of fluff. Like, this is real beef and this is that McDonald's shit. Anyways, after I redid my power connections, my bass in my car is hitting a lot harder. It's a lot louder. I hear new bass sounds and echoes in my trunk. And I have a voltage meter, right? And I see it doesn't usually go down past 11, and it went down to 10 something. That means it's using a lot more voltage. It's using a lot more power, which is good. And if you're like me, you just buy something cheap just to get the job done. And this got the job done until it didn't get the job done, right? And I would have never noticed if I had a 2,000 watt amp, a 3,000 watt amp, I would have never noticed. But I got a Hyphonics Brutus 4,000 watt amp, which is, they're more legit on their numbers. And it needed legit power. It needed a legit wire. And this wire did not cut it. So, if you're not trying to beat down the block, this wire will work. I'm not talking shit on this wire. I bought this wire, right? But if you're trying to compete against other people, if you're trying to sound legit, if you want that real deal bass, I'd get this wire. And I'm going to put this, I think it's 100% copper. I'll put this wire on, I'll put it down in the little about, I'll put it down in, I'll put it somewhere. You'll see it. It's 35 bucks for 10 feet. $35. And this is like, what, 25 bucks for a whole set? Anyways, that's the difference, man. Everybody, I know all these legit companies are all talking about wires and doing it the right way. This is the right way, and I learned my lesson, and I'm okay with it, guys. Peace out, man.